what it means when a man calls you by your first name. So, what does it really mean when a man calls you by your first name? Let's start with a simple truth. We name what we see and recognize. By naming things, we create a foundation to connect with one another, to speak to each other, and to discuss the world around us. This applies to everyday objects like curtain and shoes, to abstract concepts like fear and love, and, of course, to our own names. There's a wonderful story in the Bible where God asks humanity to name everything He created. This meant they had to understand these things, to get to know them. In short, they had to build a relationship with everything around them. This isn't a negative thing. In fact, it holds a beautiful dimension for human connection. As God says, "I have called you by your name. You are mine." This isn't possessive at all. It simply means you belong with me and I belong with you. We belong to each other. We see each other. We acknowledge each other. I know who you are, and I want to call you by your name. Think about it. A first name is a gift. Every parent knows the challenge of finding the right name for their child. Should they name them after a grandparent? Should it be a name that sounds good with the last name? Or maybe the name should carry all their hopes and good wishes for the child. Whatever guides them, parents find plenty of ideas in countless baby name guides and books. There are even annual charts showing the most popular names. Ultimately, our first name is a crucial part of our identity. It allows us to be recognized. What's more, a name helps create a stronger bond. Imagine a conversation between three people who don't know each other's names. How would you know who you're talking to? Who is answering you? But when you know each other's names, it's much easier to build a friendly, emotional connection. The romantic context. When a man uses your name. Many women think that when a man calls them by their first name, it sounds too formal. They might even feel a little awkward about it, but there's no reason to feel that way. Let's not forget that using someone's first name is a form of respect, especially in certain cultures. In many Asian cultures, for example, it's quite rare to use a nickname for a girlfriend. Even in France, many people are raised with the idea that using a first name, and sometimes even the formal version of you, is a sign of affection and esteem. For instance, I was shocked the first time I went to my best friend's house. She and her parents used the formal address with each other. At first, I was completely taken aback and didn't know how to act. My friend must have seen the look on my face because she just laughed. She explained that in her family, this form of respect and acknowledgement is how they show affection. So, in a romantic context, when a man calls you by your first name, it means he likes you. You might not realize it, but it's true. You might think it's more appropriate for a man to use a nickname for his girlfriend, or for a guy who's interested to use a cute nickname to win you over. But when a man uses your first name, he's showing a real sign of attraction. At first, you might be surprised or even a little offended. Maybe you'd rather be called darling or sweetheart. But don't jump to conclusions and think your partner or the guy you're dating doesn't like you, or that he's tired of you. People tend to use someone's name when they are genuinely interested in them. So, what you need to do now is analyze his behavior. Does he use everyone's first name or just yours? Imagine this conversation. You and your partner are in a group of people, and he starts talking about something that happened at work. He says, "My colleague deleted all the data from the platform. It caused a chain reaction, and the server crashed. It took us 7 hours to restore everything." In this story, he doesn't use his colleague's name because nobody in the group knows her, and she isn't personally significant to him in that moment. So why would he use her name? Now, imagine this scenario. You're both at the same party and you step away to get a drink. From the corner of your eye, you watch him and hear him say to someone, "Your name made us a delicious dinner last night. I'm so lucky to have her in my life." Or, "Your name is a real gem." He could have just said, "my girlfriend" or "she," but when a man uses your first name in a context like this, it means he wants to emphasize the specific personal feelings he has for you. Of course, you can't rely on this one sign alone. If you really want to know if a man is sincerely into you, you should also look for these other signs. When a man calls you by your name and shows these signs, it means he's falling for you. As I said, when a man uses your name when talking about you or to you, it shows he has a strong interest. But if you want to be sure about his romantic feelings, look for these clues as well. 1. He makes eye contact when he says your name. A man who is falling for you loves to make and hold eye contact. If he has ulterior motives or isn't truly interested, he won't bother to look you in the eyes for long. 2. He has open body language. By leaning in towards you during conversations and not crossing his arms or legs protectively, he's showing you that he's open to you. 3. He listens to you. Is the conversation always about him, or does he ask you questions, want your opinion, and seem genuinely interested in what you have to say? A man who truly values you will not only include you in the conversation, but will also listen attentively and respond to what you say. 4. He looks for reasons to make physical contact. These touches are often very subtle. For example, he might gently place his hand on your arm to show he understands, or touch your back as he lets you walk through a door first. These small gestures are respectful and build intimacy. 5. He cares about your interests. A great sign that a man can imagine a future with you is his interest in your passions. Even if he knows nothing about your hobbies, like yoga, painting, or running, he suddenly becomes enthusiastic and asks you questions about them. 6. He calls you for no particular reason. If a man has a real crush on you, he won't wait 5 days after a date to get in touch. Instead, he'll call you just because he feels like hearing your voice. All he needs is an excuse to ask how your day was. 7. He seeks out your company. When a man is falling for you, he doesn't just call, he tries to see you regularly. And it's not just about a hot date on a Saturday night. A man who is truly interested wants to spend quality time with you. 8. He makes time for you. Time is precious. Between work and other commitments, we often have very little of it. Despite that, or maybe because of it, a man who is falling for you will make time for you. 9. He tells his friends and family about you. Are you dating someone who showers you with attention and gifts, but never introduces you to his circle? Be careful. When a man is serious, he wants to include his partner in his life. That means he talks about you to his friends. And 10. He takes the time to get to know your friends. A man who is falling for you also wants to meet the people who are important to you. While a player might take the opportunity to flirt with your friends, a man in love will show genuine interest in their stories, but he will only have eyes for you. Your first name versus pet names like darling. Some women prefer cute nicknames or terms of endearment like sweetheart. So what do these different words really mean? 1. Nicknames for a girlfriend. When we fall in love, we tend to get a little sentimental. We show our emotions through an adorable kind of vulnerability. When a man uses a special nickname for his girlfriend, it means he wants to create a unique emotional bond. He wants your relationship to feel different from all the others. He also wants to prove that you have a special place in his life. But this doesn't mean it's better than when a man calls you by your first name. It simply highlights a different kind of feeling. Common English nicknames include my angel, baby, kitten, my love, sunshine. 2. Being called darling or honey. Literally, calling a girlfriend darling means the one for whom I have tender and loving feelings. It's a standard term of endearment, sweet and lovely, but not particularly unique. There isn't really a sexual undertone to this word. When a man calls you by your first name, he is distinguishing you from every other woman in his past or present. Darling, on the other hand, can be used for a friend, an ex, or almost any woman. 3. Being called my heart. Calling a girlfriend my heart is a sign that a man needs to create a much stronger emotional bond. It's his way of saying that she is as essential to him as the air he breathes or the water he drinks. In short, calling her my heart is like saying he can't live without her. He feels a vital need to be one with her. When a man calls you by your first name, he is trying to charm you, but he's also showing confidence in his connection with you. The term my heart, however, can sometimes reveal a fear of losing the other person.